In 1974, world-renowned paranormal researcher Andrija Puharich led channeling sessions in a Faraday cage in Ossining, New York, involving a mysterious Council of Nine. Many VIPs attended the Council of Nine channeling sessions and asked questions, including Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek. The VIPs were told that 24 extraterrestrial civilizations were responsible for seeding human life on Earth.
Gene Roddenberry's legacy as the creator of Star Trek is a testament to his vision of a future where humanity has transcended its earthly conflicts and prejudices. However, a lesser-known aspect of his life involves his intriguing connection with the Council of Nine, a mysterious group purported to be extraterrestrial entities. This facet of Roddenberry's life, blending his groundbreaking work in science fiction, offers a unique perspective on the origins and inspirations behind the iconic Star Trek series. Born in 1921, Roddenberry's early career in the U.S. Army Air Corps and later as a commercial pilot set the stage for his fascination with the skies and beyond. His transition to writing and television production led to the creation of Star Trek in 1966, a series that would not only redefine science fiction on television, but also reflect Roddenberry's progressive views on society, technology, and the human condition. The show, celebrated for its diverse cast and forward-thinking themes, became a cultural touchstone, shaping the genre for decades to come. The Council of Nine entered Roddenberry's orbit around the 1970s, during a time when he was actively exploring various philosophical and spiritual concepts, possibly seeking new inspiration for his creative works. This period marked his encounter with Phyllis Schlemmer, a medium who claimed to be in contact with these extraterrestrial beings. Schlemmer, in her book, The Only Planet of Choice, detailed her communication with the Nine, presenting them as a collective of advanced beings offering profound insights into the nature of the universe and humanity's place within it.
The existence of the Nine Collective was also documented in the Law of One channelings of Professor Don Elkins from 1981 to 1984. Best-selling author Elena Danaan writes in her recent book The Cedars about her encounter with the Nine Collective. She describes the Nine as individuated supraconsciousness that live in between dimensions. Schlemmer's book The Only Planet of Choice suggests that the principle of the Nine is infinite intelligence. They are something beyond photons, beyond the least divisible known quanta or subdivision of light, and are more of the nature of what we call soul. In trying to explain the complexity of these beings, Schlemmer's book states that the evolution or creation is complete with the number 9. There are 9 chakras, 9 bands around Earth, and the purpose of human growth is to attain 9 etheric bodies.
Roddenberry reported to sitting in with Schlemmer during several of these channeling sessions, and also that many of the episodes of TNG were actually inspired by these experiences. Furthermore, Schlemmer herself has stated that the Nine picked Roddenberry to help prepare humanity for a Star Trek-like future, prepping us nearly a century in advance for First Contact, which according to her writings is set to occur in the late 21st century.
Theorists believe that a group of clairvoyant and omniscient beings supervise humanity and guide them for the better. These beings are collectively called the Council of Nine. However, other than their good intentions, not much is known about these mysterious beings. What are they exactly? And what exactly is their purpose? Because of their highly concealed identity, no one is truly certain about who or what the Council of Nine is. There are countless theories trying to explain what they could be, and some are more shocking than others. One theory states that the Council of Nine is a group of extraterrestrial beings responsible for guiding human evolution. The theory was first proposed by Andrija Puharich, a Croatian-born physician and scientist known for investigating parapsychology and psychophenomena.
We had many discussions with the Nine about nuclear war. And starting in 1952, that's when I first bumped into the Nine, they said they would never allow humanity to use nuclear weapons. I'm talking about a war, not just testing and all that. it's emphasized to us over and over again that, if worse comes to worse, they will step in. But until that time, they allow people like myself, my colleagues, and other people on the planet who are into the peace idea of doing what we can to abort an event.
In 1948, a private research laboratory called Roundtable Foundation was established by Dr. Puharich to investigate paranormal and psychic phenomena. Among the noted psychics studied at the foundation were the famous Irish medium Eileen Garrett and the Dutch clairvoyant Peter van der Herk. In the same laboratory, Puharich also brought the Indian mystic named Dr. D.G. Vinod, who began to channel the Nine, or the Nine Principles. Puharich theorizes that Eileen Garrett, Peter Herkos, and Dr. D.G. Vinod were all extraterrestrial beings from the planet Spectra who were concerned about the future of humanity, wishing to help us evolve into a higher state of consciousness. Puharich became interested in stories about a Dutch psychic named Peter Herkos after being intrigued by reports that Herkos had developed paranormal abilities after suffering a head injury in a nasty fall. In 1956, he invited Herkos to the United States and began a series of experiments to test his claims. Then, in 1971, he met Uri Geller, a young Israeli man who claimed to have psychic abilities. Geller's powers were so convincing that Puharich believed he was dealing with a genuine phenomenon. Puharich became convinced that Geller was channeling messages from a group of extraterrestrial beings called the Council of Nine, and that they were using him to communicate with humans. These beings were said to be responsible for guiding human evolution.
There are conditions. These include stopping the execution of all captured prisoners of war, allowing Guerrillas to take part in negotiations, being arrested. In Australia, Mr. Kerry Packer's cricketers are still pleading the right. Yesterday's High Court decision, which did ban on them playing in Test matches.
This is the voice of Allah, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. All your weapons of evil must be removed. The time for conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part may proceed to the higher stages of its evolution, if you show yourselves worthy to do this. You have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill.
Another well-known proponent of the Council of Nine theory is Phyllis Schlemmer, who claims to have been in contact with a member of the council known as Tom. Tom is said to be Atum-Ra, a prominent ancient Egyptian god known to have shaped the universe. In his book, The Nine Secret Messages from the Future, Schlemmer relays Tom's messages, which warn of an impending apocalypse and advise people to take steps to prepare for it. The scientific community heavily criticized the theory behind the Council of Nine, which is generally regarded as pseudoscience. However, both Puharich and Schlemmer's researches have inspired many other scientists to investigate paranormal and psychic phenomena. Even though their works may be controversial, there is no denying that Andrija Puharich and Phyllis Schlemmer sparked an interest with what many regard as pseudoscience. In his book, Briefings for the Landing on Planet Earth, British parapsychology writer Stuart Holroyd revealed that the Council of Nine, also known as the Great Ennead, is a group of 9 powerful beings who are said to have created the universe. The Council of Nine primarily appeared in ancient Egyptian texts and later in Greek mythology. In both cases, they were associated with the creation of the universe. The Great Ennead is a group of 9 deities in Egyptian mythology who were worshipped at the temple of Heliopolis. The Ennead includes the sun god Atum, his children Shu and Tefnut, Geb and Nut, and Osiris, Isis, Set, and Nephthys. The Ennead rose to prominence in dynasties 5 and 6 and remained an essential part of Egyptian religion until the Ptolemaic period. The Great Ennead was just one of several such groupings of 9 deities in ancient Egypt. Other notable examples include the Ogdoad of Hermopolis and the Ennead of Memphis. The Heliopolitan Ennead was not universally worshipped throughout Egypt. In fact, the priests of Ptah at Memphis celebrated Atum as superior to the Nine. This reflects that there was no single unified religion in ancient Egypt, but a complex tapestry of beliefs and practices. The Council of Nine's teachings is similar to that of other New Age groups, such as Theosophy and the Ascended Masters. They advocate for a shift in consciousness, away from materialism and towards spirituality. They also claim that we are currently amid a significant evolutionary leap, and that the Council of Nine is here to help us through this transition. Some have criticized the Council of Nine's message as racist, due to their claims that the black race is not of divine origin. However, others have praised the group for their progressive views on gender and sexuality. Whether the Council of Nine is real or not, their message is an exciting example of New Age thought, and their influence can still be seen today in the works of authors such as David Wilcock and Corey Goode. Dave Hunt, an American author, and other writers have argued that the Nine may have been part of an interdimensional governance structure in ancient Athens, where a Council of Nine divinely inspired archons rule. Each Athenian Nine supposedly had his ethereal counterpart drawing from the universal knowledge. It is possible that the Nine was also responsible for passing down the teachings of Plato and Aristotle to future generations. If this was the case, it's no wonder how these philosophers profoundly impacted the world. The Nine may have also been behind the founding of the Templars, a secret society that has been linked to numerous influential individuals and organizations throughout history. If the Nine truly did exist, then their influence can be linked back to many of history's most significant events and movements. In Schlemming's book, The Only Planet of Choice, the Council of Nine is said to be working towards a new age of enlightenment for humanity. They are believed to be helping us in awakening our true potential and creating a more peaceful and harmonious world by influencing the course of history through their thoughts and actions. The Council is also said to work with aliens, or extra-dimensional beings, to help us advance spiritually. They are said to be helping us evolve into a new species, known as Homo noeticus, or the self-knowing human. The Nine, it seems, was not only the subject of top-secret government experiments, they may well have been the product of them. The CIA's MK-Ultra mind control project is one of the most shocking and mysterious episodes in the history of the United States. For over 2 decades, the CIA conducted secret experimentation on unwitting human subjects to develop techniques for controlling the human mind. The methods used included drug testing, psychological manipulation, and sexual abuse. Unfortunately, the experiment results were often disastrous, causing physical and mental damage to the participants. Army Dr. Andrija Puharich was deeply involved in the CIA's notorious MK-Ultra mind control project in the 1950s, working alongside infamous Dr. Sidney Gottlieb to experiment with various techniques to change or induce thought processes. This included the use of drugs, hypnosis, and even beaming radio signals directly into the subject's brain in an attempt to create the impression of voices in their head. Significantly, he was engaged in this work at the same time that the Nine made their first appearance at the Round Table Foundation. The foundation, now known to have mainly been funded by the Pentagon as a front for its rumored medical and parapsychological research. Puharich was still working for the CIA in the early 1970s when he brought Uri Geller out of Israel. Geller has since admitted that Puharich hypnotized him and suggested that he was in touch with the Nine. It was only after this suggestion that Geller began to experience psychic phenomena. This raises some disturbing questions about how much influence the Nine may have had over Puharich, and how much control he had over their communications. The Council of Nine theory has been criticized by many people, including some who believe in the existence of secret societies. Some critics claim that the theory is based on unsubstantiated claims and lacks concrete evidence. There is also criticism that Puharich's background with the CIA cast doubt on his credibility. Additionally, Phyllis Schlemmer's claims about the Council of Nine have been criticized for being too vague and lacking in detail. the theory has gained significant traction in recent years. This is likely due in part to the fact that some high-profile individuals have been associated with the theory, including the former Senator Claiborne Pell and UFO funding source Hans Adam II, Prince of Liechtenstein, and the Canadian businessman Maurice Strong. In addition, many books and articles have also been written about the theory, which has helped spread its popularity. One thing is certain: the Nine have always been shrouded in mystery, and it seems that mystery runs deeper than anyone could have imagined. For now, the Council of Nine continues to be a council of mystery.
You what, mate?